Hello, and welcome back to Theo's Coffee Break, where the coffee is always on and always warm at my coffee table. I'm your host, Theo, and today we're diving into something that affects all of us, whether we realize it or not. It's about the mind, or more specifically, what happens when we live entirely in our heads, and how to gently come back into our hearts, our bodies, and our lives in a digital world obsessed with the do now, do next culture. Before we begin, take a sip, settle in, and allow yourself to take a break. Let this be an intentional moment to return to yourself right here at our coffee table. Let's start with this. The mind is overworked. We live in a world that glorifies overthinking, from hustle culture to productivity hacks, from endless scrolling to constant stimulation. We've been conditioned to stay on all the time. Even in spaces meant for growth, we are bombarded with messaging about mindset, mental toughness, strategy, and execution. But rarely do we hear, how is your mental health? What does your body need? What does your heart need a break from today? I know this deeply because I lived it. When I worked in banking, I relied entirely on mental strength. I was solving problems, managing numbers, carrying stress that was mine and my clients, all from the neck up. And my body, it shut down. I got sick. I was constantly tired. My nervous system was fried. I was even throwing up every day. My job didn't require soul connection. It demanded mental labor that overloaded me until it burned me out completely. But here's the thing. Something you may not have thought about is that money touches every part of our lives, from the beginning to the end. And because of that, our relationship with money is rarely built on safety or love. It's often built on fear, guilt, scarcity, and control, all wrapped around the belief that our sense of security depends on how much we have. So when money's involved in our every decision, it keeps us in our heads, in survival mode, rooted in the need to keep up appearances. We start living in loops of overthinking, burnout, and emotional detachment. And that, folks, isn't just exhausting, it's unsustainable. Then there's the phones, the one glued to our hands, the tech, the jobs, the endless input. It's created what I call, for a lack of better words, mental gridlock. We wake up and scroll, comparing ourselves to people who we think are more successful than us. We spend all day staring at screens. We lie down to rest, but our brains are still racing, stimulated. We consume more than we create. We think more than we feel. We keep looking for answers without the intention of acting on them. So then, even our rest periods become performative. We're lying down, but our minds are sprinting, ruminating on things we can't control. And it's not just you. This is all of us. Information overload doesn't lead to wisdom. It leads to noise. And that noise drowns out what we need most: stillness, presence, and to listen to our inner voice. Here's the practice that changed my life. When you rest, don't ruminate. If your thoughts start spiraling, get up, move your body, step outside, wash the dishes, do the laundry, change the bed sheets. Just do something that brings you back into motion and grounds you back into reality. And while you're doing these things, remind yourself, the more I stay in my head, the harder it is to see things clearly. But maybe, just maybe, my life is more manageable than I think. Why does this matter? Well, because movement resets the nervous system. The hippocampus, the part of your brain tied to memory and emotion, literally generates new neurons during restful embodied states. But rumination blocks that healing. When we mentally spiral, we stay stuck in survival mode. So shift gears gently and trust it is going to be okay. Here's the truth you need to hear. The mind alone cannot save you. We've built a culture that worships mental toughness but forgets emotional presence. We praise intellect but ignore the body's wisdom. In today's tech-driven world, your mind isn't broken. It's overloaded. And your heart, it still knows the way. You're not lazy, you're not behind, and you are not scattered. You're tired, disconnected, and out of balance. You've been doing too much thinking and not enough being. We keep trying to think our way out of everything. But sometimes the only way forward is through the body, through the heart, through breath. So breathe in with me. And now breathe out. So breathe in with me. And now breathe out. People say your brain is your most powerful tool. But is it if your body is shutting down? Is it powerful if you're disconnected from your joy? We've been loading everything onto the mind, expecting it to solve what only the soul can heal. And that's not just unfair. It's unkind to ourselves. It's cruel to keep asking your mind to carry what your body no longer has the energy to hold. So here's what I want you to remember. The brain was never meant to carry what the heart was built to hold. And the heart was never meant to work alone. Your healing isn't in your next thought. It's in the stillness. It's in the exhale. It's coming back to your whole self. Your clarity doesn't come from force. It comes from reconnection and reclamation of yourself. Thank you for joining me today on Theo's Coffee Break podcast. If this message resonated with you, send it to someone who needs the reminder to get out of their head and back into their life. You can always reach me at theoscoffeebreakpodcast@gmail.com. And remember, you're not too much. You're not behind. You're just in need of balance. So until next time, stay grounded, stay connected, and know you are always welcome at my coffee table. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.